And let's jump right into this, spawning in the top left position as our red Zerg player. Coming in from Team Acer, down 0-2. Can he try to equalize things a little bit? It is Nerchio. And spawning in the bottom right position as our blue Terran player. Coming in for Team Millenium, it is ForGG, who opened up our match by taking out MMA. And then we just saw defeating Scarlet on Ohana. So he's really been on point so far in this match, doing everything that he can. He really, really wants to put Millenium in that first place position currently in the standings of the top four. Keep in mind the top four teams will be playing in the TeamStory Cup finals, I believe in Germany. So really, really awesome plans here, at least for the playoffs of this tournament. And ForGG, looks like he's going to go for a command center first. We have lots of SCVs queued up. Nothing really crazy. And Nerchio, thinking about it, I got Zergs on my mind, is most likely going to go for this fast hatchery. If you guys aren't aware, though, there's a little bit of history between Nerchio and ForGG. Pretty much these two players hate each other's living guts, or at least ForGG hates Nerchio a little bit. ForGG is considered to be Nerchio's student in the art of scouting, because as far as online matches go, Nerchio's probably cheesed ForGG more than he's been cheesed by anyone else combined, or how much Nerchio has cheesed anyone for that matter. So it's always a fun matchup to see Nerchio versus ForGG, simply because they have a little bit of history, specifically involving a certain 7 Roach Rush build that ForGG will rarely scout for. In fact, he is going to scout. ForGG is a player that will typically never scout except versus Nerchio. I think Nerchio once said, if there's one thing I want to accomplish in life, it's to teach ForGG to scout. Something along those lines. I may have paraphrased, but Nerchio will also be doing a little scouting around, and knowing that it is ForGG, and ForGG could try to just cheese him in some manner, but no, both players, no. Nerchio's going to see that drone come in for ForGG, so he knows, okay, he's scouting. Good boy. And behind this, ForGG has a very standard setup, going for the barracks, getting the gas as well. Should see 2 Marines, and then a factory, and then a reactor, and a very normal play. Nerchio will open up with 6 Lings, however, so he does want to be safe against potential Reaper play, since he himself did not scout, and he does not yet see a command center. So Nerchio, he doesn't know 100%. If he sees this bunker, he should know that there's an expansion on the way, but the SCV will head home. These Lings are going to try to go. And the thing is, Nerchio won't try to shut down an expansion because he doesn't know that there is one. So he's going to keep a couple of Lings somewhat close in case there is a Reaper coming in, perhaps. Could be some sort of 3 Reaper rush where he balls all of them up and saves them. But this Overlord will spot this command center now, moving in for ForGG. The factory is on the way. We do have the reactor on the way as well for our Terran player. And as the command center lands, well, Nerchio sees it, so nothing being hidden there. So he is just going to continue on with his pretty regular game plan. Yeah, Nerchio, though, he's going to take double gas at about the 5:15 mark. So he could be looking to do something similar to what we saw Scarlet do on the last map, which is just get the evolution chambers as the creep spreads. Start 1-1. And then just move into a lair-based composition. Just go straight for the lair, then get the 3rd base. Now, ForGG is mixing it up, however. We are going to see how that drops this game. There is an armory on the way. We have the factory now on that reactor. No starports are just yet. He can now afford it. Where will he build it? When will it begin? These questions men have been asking since the dawn of time. Starport actually has not started yet. It's kind of interesting to see. Okay, there we go for ForGG. There's the starport. This is about as much as we expected. Creep is being pressed forward. Now, Nerchio, he has not scouted this just yet. He has an Overlord headed towards the main base. Will this Overlord's path? Oh, he's moving it towards the right. Oh, is he not going to see this? This could do a lot of damage if it goes unscouted. The 3rd base has begun for Nerchio. He's got the Zergling speed on the way, but no evolution chambers. He will start a spine crawler. And I'm a little bit curious where Nerchio wants to go with this. He's starting to bank up a little bit of gas. Are we going to see something like are we going to see a lair? Are we going to see evolution chambers or just a roach swarm, maybe even a baneling nest or some kind of really aggressive play? There are the evolution chambers. They won't be able to wall off at the front, which means that when ForGG moves in with his Hellbat drop, he's actually going to be able to run these Hellions straight into the front as well. So this opens up a pretty good aggressive opportunity for ForGG. The first medevac is about to complete, and these Hellbats will be loaded on up to go and try to fight for their country. Of course, maybe a day late, but America anyway. And, well, there's the Hellbats loaded up. ForGG, he's making his way downtown. If he goes straight across the map, he actually won't be spotted until he hits the third base of Nerchio. And these Hellions are going on the left side, too. I think it's a great way to utilize these. We do have the +1 melee attack coming in. No Carapace just yet for Nerchio, but a Baneling Nest and a Lair. There's the Carapace. 16 Zerglings are on the way. Hellbats are pretty good against Zerglings. Just in case any of you guys didn't know that, he just uses medevac boosters, so he actually cannot boost immediately again. And the Hellions are going to come onto the Queen. Oh, he wants to just catch these straight up. Moving the Hellions around, trying to dance them. The Hellions a lot less durable than the Hellbats. Oop, nice pickup by ForGG, saving both of those Hellbats. Oh, but the medevac gets killed. Ouch. That sucks. Spire now starting for Nerchio. Great defense. He really didn't lose much at all. Only 2 drones for the cost of all of that. The ForGG is going for a really fast follow-up attack. I don't think Nerchio expected that 7 drones are coming out. He's going to start some Banelings, but this is not what he's... this quick bio follow-up. You still have more units being rallied across the map, but ForGG, I think he just wanted to bait out units and run away, because otherwise he would have moved in, but... Well, here's this medevac. Is he going to commit? Stim's about 20 seconds away. This is an interesting attack to see from ForGG. He's going for some sort of relentless aggression, trying to split his units against these Banelings, and they do get a couple decent shots, but not enough. ForGG, this is actually really scary timing. He caught him right when he was building drones. He doesn't have too many units. The Hellbats are going to get on top of these drones now, and this is where things get so difficult. The drones are going to be sent on the mile run. These Queens are coming up, these Banelings as well, but it's Marauders and Hellbats. If you spread your units, they shouldn't do too much damage, and a great spread from ForGG. He's really holding his own here, and as long as there are Hellbats mixed in, he's not going to be able to just kill these Marauders with Zerglings. We do have another Marauder, another Hellbat moving in. The drones are being pulled to fight against this. A really interesting attack coming from ForGG, and he's actually foregone all semblance of upgrades or anything of that sort. He has the engineering base, but he's not even using them. He's just rallying out these units. A lot of damage done by our Millennium Terran player, and I think that was what he wanted. 16 drones have been killed so far. A ton of larvae burned. Third command center is done for ForGG. He's got more Hellbats. He's going to try to catch some of these running away units, but even a Hellbat being chased is still quite dangerous. And now the Marauder's going to try to run. He's running his chubby little legs. There's the Hellbats ready to cover for him. Now, here's where things get interesting. 2-2 is on the way for Nerchio. ForGG did a decent bit of damage, sure, but if he doesn't win the game, we could, I mean, if he doesn't, obviously he doesn't win the game. If he doesn't win the game soon, though, he could run into an issue where the upgrades do give a nice edge to Nerchio. The Mutalisk production has begun. Marauder Hellbat won't be quite as cost-effective. He needs to start getting out some Marines. We do have the production for them on the way, but Nerchio's blocking this third command center from landing. The Hellbat drop, though, moving in towards the left side. We do have the Zerglings already sent there by Nerchio. He spotted the medevac with his Overlords, and now he's going to boost in. What's he going to be able to do? He wants to try to drop these Hellbats into maybe a choke point position. The Mutalisks are here, and the Hellbats, they're just going to die. So, not a crazy amount of damage on. I think he got about 5 more drones. Actually, not terrible for that investment. And the worker count lead is actually still going to be in favor of ForGG. A lot of drones being produced by Nerchio, but mules, man, it's hard to keep up with those things. Baneling speed is coming in, Zerg flyer attacks level 1, so all the standard wonderful things that you would expect from a Zerg player. And ForGG got his third base down at a somewhat reasonable time. These Mutas are going to try to go in and do a little bit of poking, but since ForGG saw the Mutalisks with his Hellbat drop, he knows, well, I don't have too much to worry about. Marines are going to try to catch them. But no worries. No turrets in the... Okay, he's got some turrets in the main, just not in the actual inside of the main. So, ForGG's got a nice exterior, but somewhat squishy inside. It's like a crab, almost. ForGG's got that crab-like outer shell, but he's just a bunch of soft meat on the inside. Delicious. Anyway, Marauders are stepping forward. And I feel like right now ForGG has secured himself a pretty big lead as far as his army goes. It's going to take a really nice connections from Nerchio. In fact, he's just going to throw everything into these Banelings. He's going to make a ton of them. Actually trying to catch a couple of these medevacs to the Marines. Nice defense, or at least the reaction time by ForGG. But here he comes. He is hungry for, I think, something other than crab meat at this point. He wants some lings. There are a lot of Banelings here. Nerchio does have Baneling speed. Will he get the connections he needs? Here he comes, moving in. ForGG trying to spread that bio out. A lot of great connections. It comes to a point where it doesn't matter how good you split. There's so many Banelings. You'll kill everything. Unfortunately, going for the Marines has left Nerchio without being able to actually kill off the Marauders and Hellbats. And with the Marine reinforcements being rallied down the field, there's actually not enough Mutalisks to overpower the anti-air. ForGG is still in a very good position to do a lot of damage. Those Banelings did not stop this push. And now the 4th base for Nerchio is going to die. There's really no way he can save this. The infestation pit's only just started. Bling Bling Muta is not working very well against this Marauder, Hellbat, Marine composition. And with all these Marines coming down the field, he's going to try to catch the reinforcements off guard, which is not a bad idea. But there's still not enough Mutalisks to overpower the number of Marines that are already with the army. So these Marines, as they parade down the field, they're just going to keep killing everything. And Nerchio, I don't know if he can stop this push. ForGG, he wants to step in. Keep in mind, he's up 2-0 in this match. He wants to secure that 3rd win. He wants to put himself only 2 games away from winning this match, taking that 1st place position away from Team MVP. Actually just, are actually doing quite well for themselves in the GSTL as well, just really wrecking team leagues. And ForGG, he wants to move in. Here come the Banelings. Will they be enough? Such a great spread from our Terran player. But looks like there's going to be just enough Marines left over that ForGG will be able to punch through. The Hellbats still alive. At least one Hellbat being alive means no number of Zerglings is a threat. And ForGG will step towards the 3rd base, picking off this hatchery. There's just not much that Nerchio can do at this point. 38 Zerglings are on the way, but there's 3 Hellbats in this army composition. The Marines only have 1-1, but the 2-2 now finishing gives them a huge edge. ForGG was behind in the upgrades, but not anymore, and that is pretty much going to seal the deal here. These Banelings get a couple of solid hits, but there's just enough Marines with the medevacs. He's going to be able to kill off a good number of these units. He's going to boost towards them. Some of these other Marines finishing off this base on the left side. But ForGG just got Marines after Marines just running down the field, just sprinting back and forth. This Queen will be targeted down. And ForGG, he's going to lose some of the units that he has here for now, but Nerchio has lost quite a bit to be able to survive this attack. And there's the GG. ForGG taking a 3rd game in a row for Team Millenium. He has really been on point this match. No doubt about that. So really, really nice play out of ForGG. I don't know terribly much to say. It's kind of been interesting to see the way that ForGG has utilized 2-base pressure and 2-base timings in a lot of the games that we've seen out of him so far today. We saw the 3 racks off of 2 bases. Even with the 3rd command center, he went for the barracks pressure before E-base against Scarlet. We saw him go for the 2-base Marine tank non-stop aggression with no stim, no medevacs, just straight up aggression against MMA. And there again in that last game with the quick Marauder Marine Hellbat timing that followed up that Hellbat drop, Nerchio thought he was safe after he held it off, but man, just really, really nice play from ForGG. So we're going to have to see who the next player will be for Acer, guys. Currently 3-0 lead for Millenium. You're watching the Acer TeamStory Cup casted by Nathanias. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're enjoying the games, you can follow me on Twitch TV. You can also follow me on Twitter at RootNathanias.